Hello viewers, welcome to India Today. This is Maruti Acharya.
And I am Sanjay Ponnappa.
And with our energy and excitement, I think you figured out we just completed watching Aamir Khan's Sitaare Zameen Par. Sanjay, how was your experience?
For the one-liner, मैं ज़्यादा नहीं बोलूँगा यार. It was a good film.
First, finally, I missed this Aamir Khan on big screen.
Yes.
I missed having a nice smile on my face throughout a film. It's been a very long time, so I missed that feeling. I missed this happy feeling after watching a movie where I have a lot of good things to talk about. I miss that feeling. I know, especially considering the recent Bollywood films, especially in this light-hearted, heartwarming comedy genre, right? It has been a while and it was so refreshing and nostalgic. I really missed watching Genelia Deshmukh on screen, considering her contribution also to South cinema, and it's been a while we have seen her on screen. It was really refreshing to see her back on screen.
100%.
Please continue to do more work.
Yes. Sitaare Zameen Par has been directed by R.S. Prasanna, who previously directed Shubh Mangal Savdan. The film stars Aamir Khan and Genelia Deshmukh in the lead, along with a
Sitaare.
bunch of superstars. The film's music is the songs are by Shankar S. and Roy, and the background score is by Ram Sampath. Talking about the film, what did you like, what did you not like in detail?
First thing that I really liked in the film is how they have handled comedy and emotion. It can be more of a personal choice, but when emotions are not shoved down my throat, you're supposed to feel a certain way, which you see a lot in South Indian cinema right now, which is happening. I kind of am saturated or not enjoying that feeling anymore. With Sitaare Zameen Par, if you notice, every movement, I was actually checking every movement where there is full potential for a very teary, emotional movement. There is some comedic gag, something that they want to break and make it a very light-hearted thing rather than a very heavy and emotional feeling with every scene, including the climax portion, which is why I think Sitaare Zameen Par is special and exceptional, especially with that quality.
For me, one other thing about the film that I really liked is Aamir Khan's treatment, character, how he's been treated.
Correct.
Because, in contrary, Sitaare Zameen Par is said to be a spiritual successor of Tare Zameen Par. Tare Zameen Par. Oh my God, have to say that at least once. But a spiritual successor, we thought that, okay, this film is going to be about all these kids and what they go through. Actually, the film is also about what Aamir Khan goes through.
Correct.
He has a whole arc. He's not the savior in this film, and
yes,
that I felt like was very good. One other good thing for me while watching this film is that I still haven't watched Championess or Champions in either of the two languages it has already been made.
Correct.
So that kind of worked for me as well, because I was going with I didn't know what is going to happen. At the end of the day, I didn't know the story.
Correct.
So that added a lot of more, happiness in me.
Another strong quality of the film is how the anchor point is Gulshan and his arc. How Gulshan evolves from what he is to what he becomes in the end. And also, they didn't try to show Gulshan in a very black or white. He's grey. He is like every other person. There is a reason why he behaves how he behaves.
He is...
It's nice.
Yeah, it's not even about the colors, his right, wrong or grey or...
Relatable.
This film was all about people and normal. What is normal?
Exactly.
So that was really great. Another thing that I noticed about, while we are speaking about Aamir Khan's performance and Aamir Khan's character, one thing that we spoke about in the trailer review/reaction is that why is his face like that? Is it that PK kind of...
The influence of PK performance, which was the criticism for Lal Singh Chaddha also.
Yeah, exaggerated expressions is that why is he doing this? But in this film, I actually felt like, okay, there was a reason for it, and over time it adds more value because you can see the expressions changing based on what the character is feeling at the moment, the kind of ride he is going through, and the kind of self-reflection, self-realizations that he is going through, the kind of growth he is going through. So, given all of this, his expressions actually back it, and that part I really like.
Another strong quality of the film, which I personally feel is the core and strength of the film, is how the scenes were written. There is a very cute scene about how Aamir Khan ends up tying lace of one of the sitares, or the whole mom versus son dynamics, and the whole lift sequence. That lift sequence is so beautifully executed, but there are several moments. And in
every
fact,
Sitaare has a character of their own. The major good part about the film is the performances in the film. And I felt like everybody has done a really good job in the film. Aamir, of course, Genelia Deshmukh, of course. From the trailer, you didn't really think that she'd play such a important and major role, meaty role. Adds so much more to the film. It's not just for the sake of being on screen and making it look pretty, which she does beautifully, but it adds so much more to what Aamir is going through, what the team is going through, his growth, their growth, all of it, everybody else, all the supporting characters, the principal of the specially abled kids school,
even the judge,
the judge, everybody. It just, all the characters have been, one, written really well.
Yeah.
They've executed it really well, which makes the whole film the characters add so much more weightage to the film on a whole.
Yeah, and the Sitaares also, everybody, especially some of the emotional, cute scenes and their dialogues, and each and everybody about how are they embracing their character traits, whether it is about hair, whether it is about powder. There's this one whole bus sequence.
Yeah, there's this one whole sequence about taking baths.
Yeah, it is so good. And the reference of that comes again in a scene where that character is saying, Aamir Khan is surprised. My God, he has that expression, Bekar mein sikhaya tere ko ye. It's so cute and beautiful. He has that look on his face. There are some things which could have made the experience even more better. Again, I would say music for me.
Sure.
Yeah, it fits the part, but considering, again, Sitaare Zameen par, Taare Zameen par, it is so difficult to not bring comparisons. So, in comparison to especially the song and album music of Taare Zameen par, which is iconic, I felt the songs are not up to the mark. They are good, they'll fit into the world, but they are not iconic, is what I meant to say.
For me personally, at least, there were places in the film where it was a little slow. Like I mentioned earlier, there are places where I felt like there's a bit of a lag. The good thing about the film is that even in that, because you're already invested in the film, the drama, the comedy and the emotions, you've invested it, you kind of let it go.
So there is some law of convenience that is happening in the film, which I think that distracted me, which they could have avoided. But overall, it is a beautiful film.
Yes.
And watching it in theaters is something that I would really recommend.
Yeah.
Because it is worth your time and it's a heartwarming experience. What do you think? If you watch the movie, what is your review? Mention that in the comments below. If you agree to the points that we mentioned, yes, mention that also. If you don't also, no worries, please feel free to mention that in the comments below.
Save this for the last because I didn't want to bring in the comparison while we were reviewing it. The contrast between the two films, I just want to say it because for people who are expecting this to be like Taare Zameen Par, I'd like to say it is not. It is, in a way, a contrast. Yes, there are similarities. I understand why the film could be called a spiritual successor because it carries the essence of, learning and growth and sensitivity most importantly. But they are very different from each other. There is
magic happens only once, which happened with Taare Zameen Par, which happened with Three Idiots. This film is not trying to emulate or recreate or try to achieve that magic. It is traveling, it is going through its own journey and reaching its own destination. So I personally appreciate the film for the destination that it reached rather than having some, comparisons with any of the other films. And trust me, Ishan running towards Aamir Khan and then him lifting in the climax. I think even Aamir can't recreate that. Nobody can recreate that. It is once in a lifetime moment. There are moments like that in this film also, but that moment has its own special place. What do you think about this? Mention that also in the comments below.
Yes.
With that, this is Maruti Acharya.
And I am Sanjay Ponnappa.
And you're watching India Today.